Good morning, African Stars International School learners. I'm Miss Helma, your grade 5 natural science teacher. Welcome to your natural science e-learning lesson 13, term 2. Our topic for today is digestive system. Answers to the previous activity. Number 1 is hinged joint. Number 2, hinged joint. And number 3 is ball and socket joint. Now, the digestive system. Okay, so this is a system that is responsible for breaking down food to get energy and nutrients the body needs. Okay, so it breaks down food to get energy and nutrients the body needs. So what is digestion? Okay, so digestion is a breaking down and absorption of food in the body. The breaking down and absorption of food in the body is called digestion. Now let's talk about the digestive system. Okay, so now this one is a long muscular tube that stretches from the mouth to the anus. Okay, so it's basically just a tube that stretches from the mouth to the anus. Okay, so it is made up of the mouth, the teeth, the epiglottis, the esophagus, the stomach, small intestines, large intestines, which then includes the rectum and the anus. Okay, so I just want us to view the picture here of some of the parts of the digestive system. Some of them we'll view them in the next slide. Okay, so we have the tongue, which you of course find it in the mouth, and then we have the teeth. Okay, and of course the oral cavity. Now we also have the epiglottis. Okay, so you can see it here. This is the epiglottis, this part here, and then we have the trachea, of course the windpipe, and the esophagus. Okay, so we have the epiglottis, the trachea, the esophagus, the tongue, and the teeth. Okay, so these are some of the parts of the digestive system. Now let's look at the whole digestive system. Okay, we have the mouth, of course, and then the salivary glands that are found in the mouth, here at the back of the mouth, and then we have now the epiglottis. Remember, we viewed it in the previous slide, which is somewhere here. Okay, and then the esophagus. Now this is the pipe that runs all the way from the mouth to the stomach. Okay, the esophagus, and then the stomach, the pancreas, the liver, the gallbladder, the large intestines, the small intestines, the rectum, and the anus. Please be able to label the digestive system. Okay, mostly you need to know the small intestines, the large intestines, the stomach, which is here, the esophagus, and then even the mouth, and the epiglottis, which we viewed it here, okay, in our previous slide. Now let's talk about how the digestive system works. Okay, now number 1, the digestion. Sorry, this is not digestive but digestion. Okay, so digestion starts in the mouth, where the food is chewed into smaller pieces and mixed with the saliva. Remember in that picture we showed you the mouth. Of course, in the mouth we found the teeth, and then we also talked about the salivary glands. Now the teeth are the ones that chew the food into small pieces, and of course the salivary glands, they secrete or they produce saliva. And then when food is now when the teeth chew the food into smaller pieces, then they mix with the saliva that is then produced by the salivary glands. Okay, then we move on to number 2. Now before swallowing, the epiglottis closes off the windpipe to stop food from going into the lungs. Okay, so the function of the epiglottis in this case here is to simply just close off the windpipe, which is the trachea, to stop food from going into the lungs. Okay, I showed you the epiglottis there, right? Good. Now from there, the food then goes down the esophagus into the stomach. Okay, so it then goes down the esophagus and then it goes into the stomach. Okay, now from the stomach, it goes into the small intestines. Okay, from the stomach, it goes into the small intestines. Now, we are still continuing with how the digestive system works. Now, in the small intestines, the nutrients from the food are absorbed into the blood. So, in other words, the food from the food, or the nutrients from the food, are then absorbed into the blood. Okay, then they are taken to the cells of the body and the liver, where some are stored. So in other words, the blood then takes the food to the cells of the body and even to the liver, where some of them are stored. Okay, now after the nutrients are taken to the cells, okay, to the cells of the body and to the liver, then the rest move to the what? To the large intestines. Okay, now in the large intestine, water from the food passes into the blood. Okay, and then the waste collects in the rectum, and then it leaves the body through the anus. Okay, are we clear? So what happens? Digestion starts in the mouth, okay, whereby the teeth here crushes the food into smaller pieces, and then they mixes with the saliva that is produced by the salivary glands. And then after that, before swallowing, the epiglottis here, it closes the windpipe to stop the food from going to into the lungs. And then after that, it then passes through this pipe, through the tube, through the esophagus, and then it goes in the stomach. Okay, then from the stomach it goes into the small intestines, where here the nutrients are then absorbed, or they go in the blood, they're absorbed by the blood. And also now here the blood then sends the nutrients to the cells of the body, and some of them to the liver. Now the leftovers, they go into the large intestines. Okay, and then of course it moves into the rectum, and then it then moves out of the body through the anus. Okay, so yes, so we have talked about the digestive system, and then what is digestion, and then we also talked about the parts that makes up the digestive system. We showed you the picture of the digestive system, and then we also talked about how the digestive system works. Okay, so there is no activity for today. So we have come to the end of today's lesson. Remember to stay safe, please. Stay at home, wash your hands, wear a mask when you leave the house, and avoid public gatherings so that we can help fight COVID-19. I thank you.